When you're traveling, it's not just about having internet, it's also about keeping your personal information safe. I don't know about you, but I've connected to some pretty sketchy public Wi-Fi before, and it always makes me feel a little nervous. Between data trackers, annoying ads, and privacy risks, it can feel like you're trading convenience for security. That's why I want to talk about something I found super helpful, Saily eSIMs built-in security features, and how they can help keep you protected while staying online. I've used Saily on multiple different trips, and what really stood out to me wasn't just how easy it was to get internet, it was the extra security features built into it. Things like ad blocking, web protection, and even a virtual location feature. It's not just about getting you online, it actually helps keep your data safer while you're browsing, which just gave me a little more peace of mind when I was using public Wi-Fi. So in today's video, I'll break down exactly how Saily security features work, why they matter, and whether they're worth it for your next trip. And if you're thinking about trying it out, I've got an exclusive 15% discount for you. Just use the code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting Saily's website. That said, let's get right into it. Alright, so if you haven't heard of Saily yet, it's basically a digital SIM card that you can install right on your phone. No need to mess with swapping out physical SIMs. And it's actually run by Nord Security, the same team behind NordVPN, which a lot of people already trust for online privacy. What I really like about it is that it works in over 200 countries, so you can stay connected pretty much wherever you go. And on top of that, it has some built-in security features like ad blocking, web protection, and even virtual location routing. So it's not just about getting data, it's also about keeping your personal information a little more private while you're traveling. Now to get started, you just download the Saily app from the App Store or Google Play. Or if it's easier for you, you can go straight to their website. Once you're in the app, you'll see a bunch of data plans based on where you're going. Just choose the one that fits your trip, and the app walks you through the setup step by step. It's really straightforward, no tech headaches or anything like that. Okay, so when you're traveling, whether it's for work, a vacation, or just exploring somewhere new, having solid internet connection is super important. But what a lot of people forget is how easy it is for your personal information to get exposed, especially when you're using public Wi-Fi at places like hotels, cafes, or airports. It might seem convenient, but those networks aren't always safe. Hackers can actually get access to things like your passwords or credit card information without you even knowing. And then there's the tracking. Like for example, when you look something up once and suddenly you're getting ads for it everywhere, which is actually one of the reasons I really like Saily. Unlike most eSIMs that just give you data, with Saily there's a built-in ad blocker that keeps annoying ads to a minimum, helps pages load faster, and stop advertisers from tracking you all over the internet. It just makes everything feel a bit safer and smoother while you're on the go. There's also a web protection feature, which helps block malicious websites and prevents phishing scams and malware attacks. If you ever click on a bad link, Saily security steps in before any damage is done, which is especially useful when relying on public Wi-Fi networks that aren't encrypted. And for added privacy, Saily's virtual location routing helps keep your location hidden from websites and advertisers. This not only protects your online presence, but also allows you to access region-restricted content when traveling abroad. After using Saily on multiple trips, I've noticed a real difference. No intrusive ads, no sketchy website risks, and a smoother, more private browsing experience overall. Instead of worrying about who's tracking my data, I can just stay connected and focus on my trip. Okay, so let's talk about what it was actually like using Saily security features while I was traveling. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to notice a huge difference at first. I figured it would just be regular internet access with maybe a few extras. But once I started using it more, I realized how helpful those features actually are. One of the biggest things for me was feeling a little better when connecting to public Wi-Fi, which I didn't do often, but when I was trying to save my data, I did. Like when you're at a hotel or airport and you log into their free Wi-Fi, but something about it just feels a little sketchy. That's usually when I start worrying about my data being out there. But with Saily, it gave me a bit more peace of mind, knowing that some extra protection was already built in. The virtual location feature is also something I didn't think I'd care about at first, but it actually came in really handy. It's kind of like a simplified version of a VPN. It doesn't do everything a full VPN does, but it lets you change your virtual location, so apps and websites think you're in a different country. I use it when I'm traveling and can't access the shows I normally watch at home. Being able to get around those restrictions honestly made things feel a little more normal. It worked really smoothly too. I didn't have to do anything complicated, and streaming was just as fast as usual, with no buffering or weird slowdowns. Another thing I really liked was how it blocked a lot of those annoying pop-ups and ads. You know, the ones that follow you around after you Google something once. Those were pretty much gone. It made browsing way cleaner and faster, and I noticed I wasn't going through my data as quickly, which always is a plus when you're traveling. Overall, I have to say, I really like that all the security features just run in the background. I didn't have to install anything extra or go into settings to turn stuff off. It's not perfect, like some tracking stuff still slips through, and the virtual location isn't exactly the same as using a full VPN. But for something that's already built into an eSIM, it definitely made a difference. So wrapping this up, are Saily security features actually worth it? If you care about keeping your data a little more private, avoiding those annoying ads, or just feeling safer when you're using sketchy public Wi-Fi, then yeah, I think it's a solid bonus. What I really liked is that everything works automatically. You don't have to mess with settings or install anything extra, it just runs in the background and makes your browsing experience smoother and a bit more secure. That said, Saily is the eSIM I've been using on all of my trips, and it's been super reliable for staying connected. The extra privacy features are a great bonus, and so if you want to hear more about how Saily works or what the pricing looks like, I've got a full review linked in the description down below. Anyway, that'll be all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. And just to reiterate, I've got an exclusive 15% discount for you. Just use the code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting Saily's website. Of course, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.